Hey everybody, this video is called From Abraham to Judah. And tonight we're going to continue our new pass-through study here in the book of First Chronicles, where we're going to be looking at the second chapter 2 on the genealogies between Abraham and Judah's. So chapter 2, and from this point I want to state before I read the opening verses, from here through chapter 7, these genealogies, they reflect the lineage of Jacob and Israel through his 12 sons. And these verses in verse 1 and 2, starting out in First Chronicles chapter 2, says, "These were the sons of Israel, Reuben, Simon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun, Dan, Joseph, Benjamin, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher." So all the sons of Israel were chosen as the inheritors of the covenant. In these verses, they're showing us the genealogy of Abraham through Israel or Jacob. And these 12 sons, they became 13 tribes, as Israel was 2 tribes that came from Joseph, Manasseh and Ephraim. In verse 3 through 17, it says, "The sons of Judah were Onan, and Shelah. These 3 were born to him by the daughter of Shua, the Canaanitess. The firstborn of Judah, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, so he killed him. And Tamar, his daughter-in-law, bore him Perez and Zerah. All the sons of Judah were 5. The sons of Perez were Hezron and Hamul. The sons of Zerah were Zimri, Ethan, Heman, Calcol, and Dara, 5 of them in all. The son of Carmi was Acher, the troubler of Israel, who transgressed in the accursed thing. The son of Ethan was Azariah. And the sons of Hezron, who were born to him, were Jerahmeel, Ram, and Chalube. Ram begot Amminadab, and Amminadab begot Nahshon, leader of the children of Judah. Nahshon begot Salma, and Salma begot Boaz. Boaz begot Obed, and Obed begot Jesse. Jesse begot Eliab, his firstborn, Abinadab the second, Shemaiah the third, Nathaniel the fourth, Radai the fifth, Ozim the sixth, and David the seventh. Now their sisters were Zeruiah and Abigail, and the sons of Zeruiah were Abishai, Joab, and Ahasel, 3. Abigail bore Amasa, and the father of Amasa was Jether the Ishmaelite. So we see in verses 3 through 17 the descendants of Judah to the family of Jesse, who was the father of our well-known King David. In Judah, he sees the first attention from the chronicler here. And Judah's tribe will occupy 2.5 chapters in length. And the listing of the line of Judah includes those with the darker testimony of life, such as Onan, Tamar, and Acre, also known as Achan, from Joshua chapter 7, verse 24 through 26. And you may remember last year, looking at Joshua, you might remember that Achan disobeyed the Lord by taking goods from under God's Jericho ban. And we see the line of Judah to David here. We see Abishai, Joab, and Asiel, and Amasa were the 4 warriors made famous under their half-uncle King David. And verse 18 through 24 says, "Caleb the son of Hezron had children by Azubah his wife, and by Jerioth. Now these was her sons, Jesher, Shobab, and Ardon. When Azubah died, Caleb took Ephrath as his wife, who bore him Hur, and Hur begot Uri, and Uri begot Bezaleel. Now afterward, Hezron went into the daughter of Machir, the father of Gilead, whom he married when he was 60 years old, and she bore him Segub. And Segub begot Jair, who had 23 cities in the land of Gilead. Geshur and Syria took from the towns of Jair, from Kenath and its towns, 60 towns. All these belonged to the sons of Machir, the father of Gilead. After Hezron died and Caleb Ephrathah, Hezron's wife Abijah bore him Asher, the father of Tekoa. So we see in verses 18 through 24 the family of Hezron, who was the grandson of Judah. We see that Caleb is separate from the first list as a Kenizzite. And verse 25 through 41 says, the sons of Jerahmeel, the firstborn of Hezron, were Ram, the firstborn Benah, Oren, Ozim, and Ahijah. Jerahmeel had another wife whose name was Atara. She was the mother of Onam. The sons of Ram, the firstborn of Jerahmeel, was Maiz, Zemen, and Eker. The sons of Onam were Shimei and Jada. The sons of Shimei were Nadab and Abishur. And the name of the wife of Abishur was Abihail, and she bore him Aban and Molid. The sons of Nadab were Salad and Apain. Salad died without children. The son of Apham was Ishi. The son of Ishi was Shanan, and Shanan's son was Ale. The sons of Zada, the brother of Shimei, were Jether and Jonathan. Jether died without children. The sons of Jotham were Peleth and Zaza. These were the sons of Jerahmeel. Now Sheshan had no sons, only daughters, and Sheshan had an Egyptian servant whose name was Jarrah. Sheshan gave his daughter to Jarrah, his servant, as wife, and she bore him Attai. Attai begot Nathan, and Nathan begot Zebab. Zebab begot Ephleo, and Ephleo begot Obed. Obed begot Jehu, and Jehu begot Azariah. Azariah begot Helez, and Helez begot Elisah. Elisah begot Shishmei, and Shishmei begot Shalom. Shalom begot Jechemiah, and Jechemiah begot Elishama. So I think I did pretty fair good with that list of names there between verses 18 through 41 here. Verse 25 through 41 rather. And we see in these verses the great-grandson of Judah, the family of Jerahmeel. And verse 42 through 55 continues with the family of Caleb. And it says here, the descendants of Caleb, the brother of Jerahmeel, were Mesha, his firstborn, who was father of Ziph, and the sons of Marsheh, the father of Hebron. The sons of Hebron were Korah, Tapua, Rechem, and Shema. Shema begot Raham, the father of Joram, and Rechem begot Shimei. And the son of Shimei was Maon, and Maon was the father of Bethzer. Ephah, Caleb's concubine, bore Haran, Moza, and Gezez, and Haran begot Gezez. And the sons of Jede were Regem, Jotham, Geshan, Pelet, Ephah, and Sheaph. Maacah, Caleb's concubine, bore Sheber and Tirhana. She also bore Sha'af, the father of Madana, Sheva, the father of Machbena, and the father of Gibeah, and the daughter of Caleb was Acsah. These were the descendants of Caleb, the sons of Hur. The firstborn of Ephrathah were Shobel, the father of Kirjath Jearim, Salma, the father of Bethlehem, and Haraph, the father of Beth Gader. And Shabal, the father of Kojath Jearim, had descendants. Haroeth and half of families of Menuhoth. The families of Kirjath Jearim were the Ithrites, the Puthites, and the Shumathites, and the Mishramites. From these came the Jorathites and the Eshtaolites. The sons of Salma were Bethlehem, the Nephtalites, Aroth, Beth Joab, half of the Menathites, and the Jorasites. And the families of the scribes who dwelt at Jebez were the Terathites, the Shemathites, and the Sukathites. These were the Kenites who came from Hamath, the father of the house of Rechab. So it's almost like speaking in tongues when you go through these chronicle type genealogies. And we see the family of Caleb, the great grandson of Judah here. We see Acsah, who was a distant descendant of Caleb, though she was the immediate daughter of Caleb, and the son of Zephunah. We see that Acsah was also a faithful spy. She was the bride of Othniel, the firstborn of the judges, back in Judges chapter 3, verse 9 through 11. And having been promised for him for the conquest of the Debir in Joshua 15, verse 15 through 19. And the Kenites in Genesis 15:19, we see were a foreign people who had become incorporated into the tribe of Judah, whether by marriage or adoption. And that's going to wrap up this video for today. We're just keeping this nice and short as we pass through these genealogies for the next few weeks. And we'll look next tomorrow at the royal line of the house of David, the house of Jesse. So I hope you have a great rest of your evening. God bless, and we'll see you for our next video tomorrow.